Question and answer. I had a couple of questions this month. Fairly decent questions too. Let me see if I can find them. Somebody sent me a forwarded thing. It says top pathologist Dr. Roger Hodgkinson told Canadian government officials in Alberta during a phone conversation that the coronavirus pandemic is the greatest hoax ever perpetrated on an unsuspecting public. Is it true? I don't know. Is it not true? I don't know. So all I know is I just follow the guidelines that my government has set up. Whether it's right, whether it's wrong, I just do it because I feel like the biggest argument is the mask. Half the people argue about it, the other half don't. I look at it this way. What does it hurt? Don't worry about things you have no control over. It's non-productive and it's just a waste of your time. Here's one of the questions that I want to answer on here. It says, Dear Sir, well, my father was Sir. Everybody here just calls me Skip. That's me. What you see here is what you get in person. I don't put on no airs. I live in Idaho, but did my 30 plus years as a police officer and deputy sheriff in California, where we're looking into moving down your way. Well, first of all, thanks for the service that you've done for your community and your state. I know it's a tough job, especially now. Know that you're appreciated. What would we do without you? Think about it. Can you tell us, please, how the community would react to a retired cop military family moving into their village? Nothing wrong with it. Move next door to me. I'd love to have a cop living next door to me. You know, my whole life, every neighborhood I've ever picked, and I don't know how this worked out, I always had 2 or 3 local police officers or a state police officer or whatever that always lived around me in my neighborhood. I was comfortable with it. One guy had a dog of some kind. I'm going to guess a drug-sniffing dog. I don't know that. You know, when the dog was at home, and I know it's trained a certain way, the dog was like any other family pet. Now, I didn't mess with the dog that much because I didn't know if I should. He let me pet him a couple of times. He told me to go ahead and pet him. He said he's fine. But still, my point is, I feel safer when the police live around me. I like it. Doesn't bother me a bit. You know, it's just like my neighbors. You know, some of my neighbors here are open carry. And I got one neighbor that I know is a concealed carry, legally, been through the training and all that. I don't carry at all because for the longest time my wife wouldn't let me because we had children. Accidents happen. People say they don't, but they do. Now I'm considering it, going down here to Shooter's World and going through the training and the class and all that. I've been around guns my whole life, lived on a farm my whole life. I hunted, you know, I'm not saying I'm a gun expert, but I know my way around them. And yeah, I think I'd like to have a concealed carry. But the thing is, it's only good for this state. I can't cross the state line with it in a motorhome, legally. So, and to get a carry permit to go from one state to another, I don't know what that entails as far as buying the permit, the license, the training. It's on my mind. But anyway, no, you should have no problem. We have all kinds of clubs and activities here. I know that we have one of the largest military communities in a retirement community right here in the villages of anywhere in the world. We also have the largest American Legion being in military membership of anywhere in the world. It's not in the villages, it's just on the edge of it over there. Anybody can tell you how to get there. A cop, I don't know if we have any police clubs, retirement clubs. I couldn't tell you that. I'm saying there probably are. I'm just not aware of it. But if they're not, you can start one. I've had several police officers that retired that I guess been watching my videos, but I didn't know that. And when they moved down here, they gave us a call, sent me an email. We met them for lunch and talked to them to find out, you know, what they did, what they found out interesting on the videos, because they watch more than just mine, and what they found helpful. And I take all that in because I figure if it's helpful for them, it'll be helpful for other people, and I'll do more of it. I don't see a problem, man. I really don't. So just come down here, buy a house, get your golf clubs, your pickleball paddle, whatever it is you like to do, and come out swinging. Everything's cool. Most people here are retired, and they don't worry about a lot of that old way of thinking about a lot of stuff. You know, nobody here really cares. It's all about enjoying what time you have left and move on. Says in northern Idaho, as you can imagine, everyone is very supportive, but we like a little warmer winter, I understand, but unsure of the attitude of the village people towards retired police. Not a problem. None that I know of. You might run into a nutball here somewhere, I don't know, but none that I know of. Any comments would be much appreciated. P.S. We love your comments, videos, from the hip, straightforward, and at the point. Well, you just got it. You just come on down here and find a house in my neighborhood. I'll show you around and I'll treat you. I'd love to have you here. And I think anybody else would too. Matter of fact, most people don't even know who you would even be unless you told them you was a cop. And how would they know? I mean, nobody cares. I'm a retired trucker, UPS, owner-operator, all that kind of stuff. Some people hate truckers. They just know a stereotype of what a trucker is. Well, they don't know me. So it is what it is. If you don't like truckers, then don't talk to me. That's the way I feel about it. If you like us, come ask me questions. I'll tell you all about it, all that I know and all that I think I know. But I don't know everything, but I know a lot because I did it for 34 years, I think. 36 years, I forget. It's been a while. But come on down. Come on down. And I think I had one more decent questions. Richard and Eileen says, I have 2 questions for you. Have you done a video on where you go to pick up your U.S. mail? Yes, many times. Sometimes when I'm coming back from, say, Wildwood, at the post office, or going over there to my camper to do some work, and on the way home, I'll show me going into our postal station there next to the adult swimming pool. And that's the same area that I complain about landscapers using our pool and they're not supposed to be in there. That's our postal station. And I've showed pictures of it. And I stopped there once when Sue was in the car. And she went and got the mail. And I was taking a picture of her, a video of her going and getting the mail and coming back. Do I go into depth of what it is? There's nothing to go in depth about. Every neighborhood has a postal station. And you'll be assigned a postal box number to the house that you buy in your neighborhood. Then at closing or whatever, I think it's closing, you get the federal key. It's a federal box, federal key. You got to pay for that key. It's a one-time charge. And when you sell your house, I think when you turn the key back in or whatever, I think you get that, it's like $90 for the key. You get that money back. Don't quote me on that because they change things all the time here. But I think that's the way it was set up. But it could be changed. So I've been looking at a Sycamore home. All Sycamores are down by the Finney area. Keep in mind though, what they call a Sycamore down there, that same model home probably exists in the Brownwood area, and it probably exists in Lake Sumter area, but they changed the name of the home. Because when somebody calls a real estate agent and says, I'm interested in a Sycamore home, he knows exactly what area you've been looking at. You've been down to Finney area. That same home could be called XYZ home. I don't even know. So if I call in and say, hey, I'm interested in the XYZ home I seen on your real estate page, he knows that XYZ is in Lake Sumter. That's what they do. So you could find something else, maybe called something else other than a Sycamore, that could also be in Lake Sumter area, or Brownwood area. So just so you know that. If you want a map for $10 and Super Chats, the Wednesday night live show is the only show to do that on. Not any other live show or anything else. Why can't I find it on a map? I'm trying to see how far away it is from everything. Is it drivable in a golf cart from Ruthie Road to... Everything is golf cart accessible here. I don't care where you're at. Everything inside the villages is golf cart accessible. I mean, is it drivable? Well, not now. They haven't got the bridges across the toll roads all set up yet. They only got one bridge, 2 bridges really, but they only got one really open. That's the Chitty Chatty Bridge. The bridge that goes across the 44 in Brownwood, it's there. I think they're still working on it. It's not open yet. And even when they get the bridge done, until they put the golf cart trail leading up to that bridge on the other side of 44, you can't use it. And until they get the bridge across where Water Lily's at, the Water Lily Bridge, until they get it done and opened up, you're still not golf cart accessible, really. The only ones that are golf cart accessible now to be on the other side of 44 is Chitty Chatty, I think Bradford, maybe another neighborhood, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's Chitty Chatty and Bradford. Any neighborhood that's on this side, which would be the north side of the toll road, the turnpike, all of them has golf cart access to the north side of 44, I believe now. I know Chitty Chatty does. I know other neighborhood does. But I think anybody on this side of 44 or this side of the toll road, all of them has golf cart accessibility to the north side of 44, which would be Brownwood, Lake Sumter, and all this and that. How far is that going to be from Brownwood? I don't know. I don't even know where that road is. I mean, I don't even know what neighborhood you're talking about down there. You just say you're interested in this house. Cool. You know, I don't know. These would be questions maybe you ought to ask the realtor. That's who you got to talk to anyway to buy a new house. But I'm going to go down and get some maps, to make a long story short, here maybe right after WNL. Maybe I'll go down Thursday and see about getting some more maps to get them mailed out. Because I'll probably get 2 or 3 day one on the WNL show. I'll check. I'll open the map up and I'll look and see what neighborhoods are on there. And maybe I can send you an email and kind of let you know what's on there. And if you're interested in the map, then I'll just tell you that, you know, if you're coming down for a lifestyle visit, keep in mind the Villages gives you a free one. So you don't have to worry about buying any at all. So I believe that's all the questions I've got. I hope everything's okay with everybody. Happy Thanksgiving with everybody. I'll see you all tonight on the WNL show. Free gifts, free games, a lot of information. Any Villages questions for me and my staff, you can do it right there on the show on YouTube. But I do know that, you know, we have a lot of comments, a lot of questions, and I can give you my answer. Deb can give you her answer. Linda can give you her information. She lives in the Finney area down there and all this and that. And so with that being said, I'll see you on the Wednesday night live show, 7 p.m. Wednesday tonight on my YouTube channel, Skip Smith The Villages or The Villages Skip Smith, either or, you'll be fine. Until then, I'll see you on the other side.